Erev Tov, everyone. I mentioned to you the Medrash says that it's a Gemara that from the incident of the brothers and Yosef, that when Yosef reveals himself to the brothers Layochu Echav Lanos Oso Kinivhalu Miponov. They had no words to say. They were so shocked that they had no response to him. So the Gemara says, the brothers couldn't withstand the tochacha, the reproof of one brother to another. How will we withstand the reproof of heaven, so to speak, for misdeeds? But the Meforshim all asked a simple question. We don't see that Yosef said any tochacha to them. In fact, we'll see in next week's parsha that Yosef says, "Atem chashavtem alai roa, Elokim chashova letova." Thank you, you did me a favor. Where's the tochacha here? Where's the reproof for what they did wrong? So it's interesting in the entire narrative of the conversation between Yehuda and Yosef. So Yehuda says a whole long story here. You asked us, we came to buy food, right? What's it your business? In the words of the Medrash, we want to make a shidduch with us. What's it your business? We have a father, we have a brother. Is this, is that? What do you want from us? And nevertheless, we were courteous to you. So he said, Yesh lodu av zokein. We have an old father, and we have a brother that's the youngest of the family. And v'nafsho kshura b'nafsho. Our father and the youngest brother have this special relationship. And if you don't let Binyamin go with us, so then Yaakov won't be able to withstand the shock. It'd be too much already. So Yosef says to them, Yomer lahem ani Yosef, I'm Yosef, ha'od avi choy. Is my father still alive? So the Meforshim say, they told them the story already. When they came the second time, and they came again, he had asked them, Shlom avicha hazokein, how is the old man? And they said, he's fine. They didn't go home since. So what is he asking him again? Ha'od avichoy. And why is that his response to them when he says, Ani Yosef? So the first thing he says, Ha'od avichoy. So again, the idea here is, many Meforshim say that he didn't trust them. As long as they thought he was the viceroy of Egypt, so they told him above him, I said, they got an old father, they got a little kid, and then they're telling stories. He didn't believe them. Now that he said, Ani Yosef, and they realized that he was Yosef, because the whole thing started to gel in their minds. All the pieces of the puzzle start to form a whole. So therefore, he asked again, now tell me the truth. And my father's still alive. But the Mefarshim dwell on this more deeply. And they say that this itself is the tochocha, the reproof that he said to the brothers. He said, Ani Yosef, I'm Yosef. So I'm Yosef, this whole story here of 22 years now makes sense. Everything that happened here. You mean to tell me that my father survived this? You mean to tell me that the old man was able to live through what you put him through? And that was the tochacha. The tochacha was that the brothers realized that what they had done, not just to Yosef, but what they had done to Yaakov, that was on their head. And that's why Chazal said, from here we see this concept of Oy lonu miyom adin, Oy lonu miyom hatochacha. I mentioned yesterday that the brothers thought they were doing a mitzvah. And the mitzvah turns out to be an aveira. So again, people have to be careful not only about their aveiras, God forbid, but about their mitzvahs also. Whatever we think it's a mitzvah to do, and somehow it harms someone else, and we have to rethink that. Is that such a mitzvah? And all of that is implied in this story. So when he said, Aod Avichoi, he reminded them of that. You mean my father still survived all of this? What you put him through? And that's why it says, V'lo yochlu echov lano, so. The brothers had no answer for that. The answer to Yosef they had. They told him, you were a spoiled brat. You told Lashon Hara about us. You were out to destroy us. You ruled over us. They had a good speech to Yosef. Because when we see Yehuda says the speech. Keinim anachnu. We are innocent. We didn't what we had the right to do it to you. But they had no answer for what they did to Yaakov. That nivhalum biponov. That they couldn't answer. And that was the shock that was involved with them. And that's why the Medrash says that when they came back, Yosef sends them back with the wagons, with the gifts, with the whole thing. They couldn't tell their father. The Medrash says that the Sorach Basosher had to be the one to tell the Zayda that the Yosef is alive. They couldn't say it to him. And the Mefarshim say, Kinivhalum biponov, is not only were they shocked to see Yosef's face, they couldn't look Yaakov in the eye either. And that all of these ramifications, therefore, appear in the parsha in the words of the description of the reconciliation to give us an idea of the deeper meaning that's involved always, the 70 faces of the Torah that give us eternal lessons for ourselves and for all of our future. Rabbi Chananya ben Akash, Yomer Rotza Kodesh Baruch Hu L'Zakos Es Yisrael, L'ficha Chir B'Lahem Torah Mitzvos Shenemar, Adonai Chafetz Aman Tzidko Yagdil Torah V'Yadir. Amen.